Hey y'all, just wanted to show you something really cool that I'm very excited about. One of my old favorite CBD rich varieties. I'm growing that again this year. Came from Bodhi seeds. So Bodhi, very cool. Used to be in Santa Cruz, just awesome genetics. Pretty much anything he touches is usually pretty darn special. But this was good medicine. So Bodhi's good medicine, and it was a cross with HARLEQUIN. So these are the old school CBD strains from the 10, 15 years ago, way before the hemp CBD situation was going on. It was actually in the cannabis movement. It wasn't really even an industry. It was just a movement. People were playing around with CBD dominant varieties, and Harlequin was like a 4-to-1 ratio, meaning 4 CBD, 1 THC. But it's just a beast of a plant, just a beautiful, really robust, strong, huge buds. And what a lot of people don't realize is that CBD at a 50-50 rate, like a 1-to-1 ratio or a 2-to-1 ratio or a 4-to-1 ratio and such, is actually really, really stony. Like people think, oh, if it's got CBD in it, it doesn't, get you stoned. But that is so incredibly false and wrong. It's the CBD mixed with the THC just spin off in a whole other direction, and it kind of enhances the THC and just goes in different directions and creates whole new, very interesting effects. So, yes, as you get up to like 30-to-1 CBD, where there's hardly any THC, like in hempland, yes, the effects get obviously not as stony. But yeah, when you have a just CBD and THC mixed at 1-to-1 ratio, or a little more THC or a little more CBD, uh, it's actually really phenomenally good. And to tell you the truth, most people wouldn't even realize, like if you were smoking a 1-to-1 ratio CBD plant, um, you wouldn't even realize it's a CBD rich variety because they're so incredibly stony. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I'm excited about here. So, have not grown this in a long time, and there's a long cosmic story to this. I used to have thousands of seeds. See, that's the GM, good medicine. Thousands of these seeds, but I had like a little storage because I was breeding with it and doing selective things. And this was for anyone who old time who knows about Jade Nectar and our operation. We started as actually a cannabis juice company where we were taking cannabis leaves, pureeing them, and then freezing them into juice cubes and giving them to people with like fibromyalgia and migraines and cancer and MS and Parkinson's. And we used to meet at the Live Oak Grange here with county permission. And to tell you the truth, most of the people that I interacted with and gave the juice, and we were doing tinctures as well. A lot of them were like little church ladies who had never consumed cannabis, but they got dealt, a rough hand where they had like fibromyalgia or Crohn's disease or Hashimoto's or these weird autoimmune disorders. And one way or another, they found out about cannabis and decided to explore cannabis. And then, yeah, sure enough, cannabis worked for them really well, especially folks. Raw cannabis, like unheated in the whole leaf form, if you just eat cannabis leaves, I really think that's where the medicine's at, and that's what I focused on for a long time before Prop 64 hit, and just made all that work a lot more challenging. Still trying to get there. But interestingly, a South African scientific study just a few months ago did study on cannabis leaves and found that there's some really interesting compounds in there. They're not alkaloids or flavonoids, but flavoalkaloids. So it's like a really rare compound of sort of a combination of a flavonoid and cannabinoid and alkaloid. That may be part of the magical X factor of why certain cannabis leaves, when you juice them or consume them raw, actually have these amazing therapeutic, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial activity. So there's a high possibility that cannabis leaves, the thing that everybody throws away in the garbage and gets rid of, could be that that's actually where the most potent, powerful, and therapeutic and versatile medicine is with this plant. And you don't have to extract it and dump chemicals all over it and do all these weird laboratory processes. Just eat the leaves. I've been doing it for years, and I actually had chronic Lyme disease. Like, I was really messed up for a few years, and consuming raw cannabis leaves for a year straight, I can't say it cured me of Lyme disease, because I was doing other herbal hippy-dippy remedies, rainforest herbs and such, but I really feel genuinely, sincerely that raw cannabis, consuming raw cannabis, like the actual leaves and some young buds, actually was a major part of my recovery. And that's why I'm so into cannabis. Once you have an experience like that, where cannabis gives you your life back, it's a very different perspective on things, and you kind of feel you have to share this with other people, because there's helpless medical conditions out there. People are dealing with this, and cannabis may actually be able to help them. So we've been trying to be ambassadors and reach those people for years. It's just with all the regulations now, it's become very hard. They kind of intentionally, by regulation, have severed the farmers from the customers and the medical patients. But we're still trying to get back there. But unfortunately, it feels like our state here in California actually is any attempts to connect farmers directly with medical patients right now get vetoed. So what's that all about? That's a good question. And probably we should have a very public discussion more about that. Why do these attempts to help medical patients, especially with the farmers growing the actual medicine, why does that get vetoed when it lands on the governor's desk? Good question. So anyway, gonna look one at this, but oh boy, good medicine. This is going back in time, like 10 years. So excited to grow this plant again. It's one of my favorites. And this was HARLEQUIN with the Appalachia male. And the Appalachia, I just recently learned, came from a breeder, High and Lonesome, which has very interesting genetics. So, but this plant, just Bodhi, High Lonesome, just so you know, this plant helped a lot of people, including myself, reclaim their health and get their life back. So, pretty cool. So don't ever forget, cannabis is way more than vapes, gummies, and sugary drinks. This is a medicine plant. It is a spirit medicine plant, and we just got to remember that and help share the love and help connect people, who might not be aware of the amazing therapeutic powers of cannabis, and help them get connected. And if you haven't tried it before, just consuming the leaves can really be amazing. But I recommend a like a half CBD to THC ratio type plant. Some leaves are really can make you kind of sick. not actually injure your health, but they kind of don't set well with you. But some of them are absolutely amazing, and this Bodhi's good medicine is one of those plants. And specifically, if you can find the phenotypes that are really magical. Anyway, here we go. I'm rambling again. All right, you guys have a good day. Bye.